Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. This video for our assignment for subject toxicology. So our topic is about haze, which are the chemical constituent and the particle size of particle matter affecting toxicity. We will cover three subtopics, which are the chemical constituent of particulate matter that contributing to haze, then the particle size, that ability to cause toxic effect, and lastly the mechanism of pollutant that can cause toxicity in the lung cell. For the atmospheric particle include both and solid and phase substances that vary in size and density. Particles differ in size, mass, density, morphology, chemical composition, and various chemical and physical properties. The particles in atmospheric aerosol vary in their chemical constituents. These reflect their origin, how they were initially produced, and their subsequent atmospheric history. Because of the large number of sources of primary particle, formation of secondary particle by atmospheric chemistry, growth of some atmospheric particle, and absorption of gas substance by others. The particles suspended in atmosphere contain hundreds of different chemical species. Now, I will focus to the metal group, which are major contribution of atmospheric aerosol. Atmospheric aerosol is a major transport mechanism for a variety of metal around the planet. In some cases, example mercury, resulting in ecosystem effect on a global scale. The major source of metal from coal and oil fuel power plant is fly ash, the inorganic residue remaining after combustion. Fly ash characterized by high concentration of barium, aluminium, silicon oxide, and carbonaceous compounds that have undergone various degrees of oxidation. In addition, fly ash from the coal-fired power plant contain high concentration of magnesium, zinc, plumber, chromium, nickel, and others. Incineration of municipal waste is increasingly becoming an also important source of atmospheric matter, including mercury. Metal in atmospheric aerosol have been assumed to be present in the soluble oxide. However, in the case of the fly ash, most metals may exist in soluble form oxide. In the case of the fly ash, most metal may exist in soluble forms. So that's all from me. I pass to the Siti Nabila. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Siti Nabila binti Mahdum, and for now, I will talk about how the particle size affecting the toxicity. Firstly, size is an important property of the particles since it affects especially the deposition in the human respiratory tract. As much as 94% of the particles in a haze are below 2.5 micrometers in diameter. So, due to their small size, these ultra-small particles stay in the air longer and are easily carried over long distance, which is increasing their chance of being inhaled by humans. Particulate matter 2.5, or known as fine particles, those particles emitted by forest fires are toxic to the lungs and are more harmful than particulate matter collected from the ambient air. Fine particles can also bypass normal body defense mechanisms and penetrate deep into the lungs due to their minute size. When inhaled, they can enter the bloodstream and get absorbed by underlying tissue, potentially interacting with other compounds and substances in the body such as LDL or bad cholesterol to produce damaging effects such as inflammation. So, why particulate matter 2.5 are so dangerous? This is because since they are so small and light, the fine particles tend to stay longer in the air than heavier particles. PM2.5 are able to bypass the nose and the throat and penetrate deep into the lungs, and some may even enter the circulatory system. So, some of the long-term risks associated with fine particles. The individual with higher exposure to the fine particles experience a faster rate of thickening of the arteries compared to others. This implies that the higher long-term PM2.5 exposure could promote the development of vascular disease. So, how we can avoid ourselves from the haze? The main pollutant in the haze that has greatest health impact are those particles that are less than 2.5 micrometer, as I said just now. Their effect depends on the severity of the haze and how long one has been exposed to them. During a prolonged haze period, when the air quality is poor, we must take precaution steps to protect ourselves. The mostly important is, firstly, avoid outdoor activity, especially outdoor sports. Children, pregnant women, the elderly, and those suffering from chronic illness, especially heart and respiratory disease, should remain indoors when haze hits unhealthy levels. Other than that, drink more water and increase the intake of the fruit and vegetables, because they help to flush out the toxins absorbed through the skins and improve the immune system. Cut down on alcohol and coffee as they promote fluid loss and may leach nutrients from the body. Last but not least, under severe haze conditions, wear respirator when you want to go outside. Why respirator? Because respirator is better than surgical mask. This is because they seal better and restrict more polluted air from entering the nose and mouth. They also come with the right filter to remove the fine particles found in the haze. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Studies with experimental animals have shown that both coarse and fine particles induce the toxic effects. Small particles generally induce more inflammation than the larger particles. However, the coarse particle may be more potent to induce inflammation than the smaller particles due to the differences in the chemical constituents. So, which chemical constituent and particle sizes affecting the toxicity? The answer is there is strong evidence to conclude that fine atmospheric particles PM2.5 are more hazardous than the larger ones, the coarse particles, in terms of the toxic effects. In toxicological and human studies, several physical and chemical characteristics of particles have been found to elicit the toxic responses. Amongst the characteristics found to be contributing to toxicity in studies are metal content, presence of polyaromatic hydrocarbons, and other organic components. In simple words, metals as the chemical constituents and fine atmospheric particles able to induce the toxic effect.
evidence is being presented that metals influence the toxicity of the particulate matter. It depends on the idea that metals are redox active and can induce the chemical change leading to production of free radicals such as the hydroxy radical, which have a known ability to cause the tissue inflammation.